Now it's time to get organized. We know that organization doesn't come naturally to everyone, so this is one way we try and set you up for success. Being organized can help in many ways. Papers will not disappear in the vortex of your backpack. You'll know what is coming up so that you can be prepared. Did you know that creating good organizational habits will help you in middle school, high school, and throughout life? If you bought the school supply packet, take the folders and label them for your classes. If you have a binder, that works too. Just make sure you have a designated spot for each of your classes. Remember to put your papers away in the right place at the end of each class. This will keep your backpack neat and your assignments easy to find. Another important tip is to find a way to study that is going to be the most effective for you. Let's watch a quick video and learn to study in ways that will make our brain happy.
Time for school, and it's no surprise that many of us are determined to study smarter instead of longer. But which study tips and tricks actually work scientifically and can help you get those perfect grades? First up, research shows that study sessions are most effective in small, short chunks. Instead of cramming in a 10-hour study session, it's much more effective to spread it out into 20, 30-minute sessions over a few weeks. This is because your brain is better at encoding information into the synapses in short, repeated sessions as opposed to one large one. And this is why even learning different skills, whether it's swimming, tennis, or a singing lesson, often follows this same format. And while cramming and pulling all-nighters may be a ritual, it turns out that this is linked to the lowest grades. After prolonged nocturnal study sessions, reasoning and memory may be negatively affected for up to 4 whole days. Instead, setting up specific times in a day or during the week just to study primes your brain by creating a routine, and over time, studying actually becomes easier as your brain is trained to learn in those moments. And while many of us spend hours passively rereading our notes or highlighting a textbook, studies have shown this to be ineffective. It doesn't improve your understanding of topics, nor does it link key concepts together. It can even be detrimental as it draws your attention to less important information. Flashcards, on the other hand, are proven to be excellent memory reinforcement tools, whether during your scheduled study times or during off times like a bus ride home. It also helps to have a specific goal for each study session. Instead of aimlessly studying, pick one aspect you'll focus on, whether it's balancing chemical equations or learning how to conjugate French verbs. If you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand it well enough. In studies where individuals were asked to learn a passage and then half were told that they would be tested on the material while the other half were told they would have to teach it to other students, participants expecting to teach it did much better at understanding the main points. When you're expecting to teach, your brain organizes the information in a more logical, coherent structure. Of course, practice, practice, practice. Not only do practice tests put your brain in the environment, but even if you make mistakes, they help identify gaps in your knowledge. Practice tests have also been shown to increase confidence, thereby leading to better performance. So, where should you be studying? Research shows that having a designated, sacred spot for study that's well equipped with every tool you might need is best. Just like setting times, this primes your brain for studying. Have an awesome study playlist? Not so fast. While some studies have shown that certain types of classical music can help improve concentration, a recent study has shown that learning with rhythmic background noise can be detrimental to focus, and those not using music fared much better. And if you haven't already, put away your phone. This is a no-brainer, but your texts and social media notifications severely decrease concentration. Of course, exams can be extremely stressful, so if you want some tips on how to deal with exam anxiety, check out our ASAP Thought video, which breaks down some tips for that. Link in the...
The school year at Lava Ridge is divided into 3 trimesters. During the year, students will receive 3 report cards, 1 each trimester. A progress report will be emailed to parents at midterm and a report card at the end of the term. Teachers will utilize advisory time to help students have extra time needed to improve their grades and learning. The Lava Ridge grading scale goes from A to NP, with NP standing for not proficient.
Hey, Lava Ridge, I just wanted to go over a few things of what we've seen over the first 3 days of school. And one of our concerns is the lunch area. I wanted to go over first, just remember our social distancing at the tables, that we need to sit 3 to a table on the green dots inside. and that we only can have 4 students sitting on the outside tables. I think the other day I counted even 10 at one table. So we can only sit one per bench on those outside tables. Just remember after you eat that you need to put your mask back on. I know that that's hard, but I know that we can do these hard things together just so we can stay going as a school. Also, the inside cafeteria area is a sitting zone only. So when you're done eating, if you feel like you need to stand up and move around, go ahead and head outside. And that works. We have some options there for you. But if you're staying inside, you need to stay sitting down at the tables. Also, 4 in the bathroom at a time. You'll see signage that shows that. And again, that keeps that social distancing and keeps us safe. Also, our cafeteria personnel have asked that the students have their ID out and ready by the time you get up there so that they can scan it and we can keep our lines moving in a fluid way. Stay in the lunchroom until the final lunch bell rings. We will not leave early as many of the teachers are having their lunch period at that time. So we just stay in the lunchroom or outside until that bell rings. And then lastly, the custodians have come to me and said, man, we've got some messy tables already. So we need to make sure that we clean up after ourselves. What we did last year is we have cameras. And so we would find those kids that are purposely making messes, and then they become part of our custodial staff and help clean the lunchroom. Just things that we would do at home. If we make a mess, we have to clean it up ourselves. So we just ask you to respect the school. We're glad we're in session. We're impressed overall with what we're seeing, and let's just have a great day. Thanks.
Our wireless was kind of having a problem yesterday, so if you didn't have time to check out your Chromebook, please do so today. And remember to return your Chromebook to your advisory class at the end of the day. Chromebooks should never go home. Have a great day.